So how's your, I guess, what, fourth day of work at the dude's place?
Third day of work.
Third
Yeah,
day, okay.
it's not too bad. I mean, it's still. Yeah, I'm gonna
Just a
try and put my
job.
phone on the phone. Yeah, I'm gonna try and put my phone on the phone in case it's hanging up on it.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's just a job, man. I mean, it's not terrible. Uh, there's not really any surprises. I know what's coming. I'm learning some new software, but it's still kind of the same concept, same kind of terminology. So it's not terrible, but it's still just a job. I
Yeah.
did. I do enjoy meeting all the people and that stuff. Same stuff I enjoyed when I was at Discovery Park. You get to know everybody and uh, saying hi to them like in the parking lot. That part I like. I got I got my first lease today, and the property manager. Well, it was there before, but the regional was like, "Damn, on your third day?" I said, "Well, I'd like to say I've never done this before, but." I've done it before. She's like, no, that's really good on your third day. I said, yeah, I guess. But the girls at least two are super nice, and they're gonna be my neighbors, which is nice, and I'm gonna know who they are.
Hmm.
So that aspect of it is nice. Now, I had a job interview today for that other job that I really want, and after I met the hiring manager for a brief second, I wanted even more.
Hmm.
Please. So I don't want to get too excited, but I'm pretty excited that that one might materialize into something just because that one is a career. Not only is it a career, but it does, it aligns exactly with my degree, and I think it'll come natural.
Yeah.
And so, um,
What
it's
kind
at
of
a
job was it again?
manufacturer. It's at where they build the semi trucks. I'd be the
Peterbilt.
safety, yeah, safety coordinator for the
Okay.
floor. So just make sure everybody stays safe and do training programs, make sure everybody's compliant with like all their certifications and that kind of thing.
Is that location that was across from the football field?
Yeah,
Okay, because that's all I think of when I think of Peterbilt is going to those flag football games.
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Dang,
That's exactly it.
full circle.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I'll take it. And this sounds I'm the lady. I don't know what I was thinking. So the person who I thought was going to interview me, I didn't get to interview today because something happened,
Hmm.
and she got on the call and she was like super like rattled and trying to compose herself. And I guess something happened at the plant. She's like, "We can't interview today. I'm so sorry. Do you want it tomorrow?" I said, "Yep, that'll work." I don't. I thought I was picturing somebody who might have been like 50s or 60s, like real like ex-military, serious, scruffy beard, scruffy voice. That's what I was picturing.
Yeah.
I wasn't picturing someone our age or younger, little petite Hispanic girl. That's not what I was picturing for my boss.
Hmm. I wasn't picturing that either.
No, I was not picturing that. I mean, all kudos to her for being a safety supervisor, but that's not what I was picturing.
Yeah. Hey,
So
good
when
for
I was
her.
like, huh, maybe this interview won't be so bad after all, I was expecting some like hardcore military, name this terminology. What do you do if this? How are you going to
Yeah.
handle this? That's what I thought.
If
I
someone
wasn't
comes
thinking
in
of
with a
some like,
knife, what are you gonna do about that? That's part of the
yeah,
job.
yeah. How soon are you going to push Juliet into danger?
Because the answer is never
But
quick enough.
it was the opposite, which was different. I think it'll be easier to. I don't know about easier. It's just going to be an easier conversation, I think.
Yeah. Hey, Juliet, she's in the comments.
Damn it, Juliet.
See, that's how you know Jonathan is here. Because right now I'm just showing just some footage to play while we're waiting for people to come, but it's muted so she can
Yeah.
still hear us. So I'm trying. Oscar said he might be a maybe uh tonight, so I'm gonna
He's
text him.
doing dango kid stuff.
I don't
Damn.
know. Hey, what's
Damn
up?
it, Juliet. But I I am excited. I think I won't say it's in the bag, but I'm hoping I can ace that one, and then I'll start that job hopefully next week.
And
You have
that
another
apartment's
interview?
yep.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Congrats. That's exciting.
It's,
When's the interview?
so it's supposed to be today, but something happened and they canceled.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And it must have been like bad because I sat waiting in the team's interview room for 45 minutes before they finally got on.
Damn.
Yikes.
And I messaged
That's
them. I was like,
horrible.
"Yo, I want to make sure this isn't on my fault. I've been waiting here, and no one's let me in the interview room yet." There was no response, and
Yeah.
about the time I was about to get off, this girl jumped off. She's like, "I'm so sorry. It's been chaotic."
That's so
And
awkward.
so they had some kind of emergency they had to take care of, and so we rescheduled for tomorrow.
That's good.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be good. Hoping I can bat my eyelashes a little bit and get that job.
You might have to show some leg, bro. Show some thigh.
Nah, that's okay. I'll show a kneecap.
They're gonna make him take an eye test. They'll be like, "We think your vision has issues. You keep blinking rapidly."
Sir, are you stroking out?
It's like I
I was
really
looking at this
need this
job.
job.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I really need this job. Please help. But I have I'm manifesting it into existence that this is the one that pans out, and they give me the job before I signed the contract for the apartment complex.
I thought you had to do that before, or at least on your
Nah,
first day.
nah. They honestly, my first day I had access to nothing. I legit didn't have access. People would come in like, "Hey, I need this." I'm like, "Bro, I can't log in." They're like, "What the fuck?" And then yesterday, I was by myself. There was nobody there. I still had no access till like 2 o'clock, and these girls came in to move in, and they were so mad when they left. They were so
Wait,
mad. One girl was more
did you
upset than the other.
did you start a job at a new apartment complex? Is that what's happening?
Yes. So
Okay,
I
and you
quit
have an
camping.
interview for a different job tomorrow.
Yes. Yes.
So he's not
Yeah.
at Camping World anymore.
No. I was
Honestly, good for you. That place sounded like they just
I was
weren't
going
great.
to turn my notice in on Wednesday. So I went to talk to Camping World on Wednesday because the apartment complex offered me the job, and I said, "Okay, I'm going to think about it." I told
Mhm.
Camping World on Wednesday. Actually, I told one of the girls I work with at Camping World who was hating the place too. Said, "Hey, just so you know, you've told me everything. I'm gonna tell you everything. I'm probably gonna put in my notice here. I'm gonna take this weekend. I know it's the 4th. I'm not gonna be here for it. I'm gonna go home, make some decisions, and then come back." I mentioned that to her. She said, "Well, if you're not gonna be here, I don't want to be here either." So she quit. She walked in that office and she
Nobody wants to
quit.
be there.
Not
She
even the
quit.
campers.
Not even the campers.
That's really
She
funny.
quit. And I was trying to convince her all day not to. Well, at 4 o'clock, she quit. And I went, "God bless."
I mean,
Now
I feel
I
like
got to put in.
at that point, she's just been looking for just a sign
She's,
that it's
yeah,
time to quit, and she
yeah,
was like, "This is it. This is my
yep,
moment."
yep.
Yeah.
This was her moment. And she took it. She quit. On this poor sales manager, this is his second week at the job. And so 7 o'clock hits and we get ready to leave. And I went, "Well, I guess it's my time." So one of the guys who's also new, he works in sales, he said, "Man, who do you think the next person to leave is?" And I'm like, "Well, man, I didn't want to come to this." I said, "But it's gonna be me. I just don't know how to tell Blake yet, who's the new sales manager." I said, "I don't know how to tell Blake yet." He goes, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. Like, I'm gonna tell him I'm thinking about taking a different role." Blake walks in the door about that same time. He's like, "What's up, guys? What y'all doing?" He goes, "Y'all can get out here at 7 o'clock." I said, "All right, man." I said, "Blake, man, I don't know how to tell you this, but I am debating between two different jobs right now, and neither of them are Camping World." Because backtrack, Julia,
That
I've got to tell you
That
that is
this.
seems
the
worse.
funniest way to tell him that you're leaving.
That's what I
That's
told him. I
so
said it just
That's
funny.
like that. Because
That's
seems
Julia,
so much
worse.
worse.
what I
Yeah.
left out, what I left out is I went to take my drug test for the apartment complex that Wednesday morning. And so I texted him saying, hey, I'm going to be late. On my way back from the drug test to Camping World, as I'm turning down the freeway to turn into Camping World, I get a call from somebody that I know that says, hey, remind me what your degree is in. I said, emergency management and disaster planning. They said, did you do safety? I said, yeah. She said, that's great. We had a massive hiring come up for our safety. We had no safety personnel. We need somebody ASAP. I think you'll be great at it. I've told the hiring manager you'd be the perfect fit for this. Send me your resume now. I said, okay. She goes, the only problem is how much do you want to get paid? And I said, oh, hell, I don't know. What's it budgeted for? And she goes, a few less than six figures. I said, I'll take it. I will gladly. I said, I'll take it. So I'm sitting in the parking lot before I even start work, and I'm walking into work, and that's when Kinsey caught me, and I told her what was happening, and then she went and quit. So at the end of the day, I told Blake, I said, man, I don't know how to tell you this. I'm choosing between two different jobs, and Camping World's not it. I'm not going to be here this 4th of July weekend. I know it's mandatory to be here. I'm going to go home and make some decisions. If you need me on Sunday, I'll probably be back into town. You know, if I need help, I will be here. I know you're super short staffed right now. I'll come help you.
It's really nice
This
of you.
poor man,
That is so funny, though.
he said, "You're fucking with me, right?" I said, "Man, Blake, I'm sorry. I'm not." I said, "Kenzie beat me to it. I was just gonna come put on my nose this morning, and she beat me to it."
Can't tell Kenzie
He
nothing.
goes, "Nah, man." He said, "Man, you're fucking with me." I said, "Nah, I'm dead serious." I said, "So if you need me Sunday."
It would have been even funnier if he also quit. He's just like, well,
he he
where we
texted
are.
me. He texted me. I had Thursday off, so he wasn't expecting me. Friday he was off. Saturday morning, 4th of July, he texted me. He said, "You weren't fucking with me." I said, "Man, I'm not gonna be there. I'm telling you, I'm not. I'll be there tomorrow if you need me." And he just said, he texted me. He said, "Nah, man, we'll be all right. Take care of yourself." And that was it. By 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon, I was fired from Camping World.
Dude.
So I started my new job on Tuesday with freaking the apartment complex. Tuesday evening, the safety job called me and they said, "Hey, we need you in here for an interview as soon as possible." I'm like, "Oh heck!" You know what's even worse about this, Juliet? Is the apartment lady that hired me? I've worked with her before, and she called me. It's like, "Hey, I got this new job in Denton. Come help me out. I need some help." I said, "I would love to. Get me out of Camping World." And now, Juliet,
And now you have to quit.
Juliet, I'm
If
praying.
your
I'm
interview
praying
tomorrow goes
Friday.
well.
I quit. Yes, I'm praying I quit on Friday.
Man, you're gonna have so many enemies.
That is I was just thinking Jonathan's gonna be notorious in Denton. He's gonna have to move at some point.
He's gonna have to make a career out of this next job because no one else is gonna trust him.
Honestly, at this point, I feel like he just needs to have a live stream. Every time he quits, he just like live streams it. And he's like, I'm thinking about 2 other places, and this ain't it.
I've
Man.
already got my breakup talk ready for this apartment complex. I'm like,
Oh
"Look,
my
I
god. After a week.
love the opportunity.
He's like
But
planning like one ahead of when the job he's actually quitting. He's
yeah,
already
Yeah.
planning for the next one.
yep. When I showed up to work Tuesday, knowing that my application at the safety job had went from under review to interviewing, I went, "Oh boy,
Mm-hmm.
oh boy, Juliet." And then I
Oh, good. I'm
saw the
happy for
hiring
you.
manager this morning, and I went, "Oh man, I want to say it's in the bag, Juliet, but I think I can. I think I can make this happen."
It's
She's
just
under a
the
lot of stress
timing.
right now, Juliet. It's the timing, Juliet. She's under a lot of stress right now. She's the only safety person there. She's
Oh, so
looking for someone.
she just needs bodies, basically.
She just
She's
needs
just
somebody.
yeah.
And her main thing, the girl I know that said I'd be perfect for it. She said, "Look, the hiring manager just needs somebody she can depend on because everyone else is just quitting, or they just show up for the check and hide, and they don't show up after that."
They're just in the
I said,
bathroom the whole time.
"Yeah." She said that they just seriously She goes, "This sounds so bad, but they get 2 checks and then they quit."
Dang.
So holy
Yeah.
cow! I mean, that makes sense. If you're cashing, 10,000 a month and you pocket 20 of it, the dip.
I mean, I don't think that makes sense, but
Yeah, it seems like you would
it's
try and
better
stick
to
it out.
like consistently make good money than make good money for a month and then dip.
Yeah. I get
Yeah.
I've seen people do that though, Jonathan. Like I've seen that. I guess I'm just surprised they're doing it there because if that's a consistent 10
Yeah.
grand, it feels like you would try harder to, last at least a year or two.
Yeah, no, they're dipping pretty quick. Dipping or getting fired, or both.
But does that concern you at all? Like, because it seems like
Yeah,
if
that would worry me a little bit.
yeah, I feel like they might be overworking you a little bit. With a high salary, they might have. I don't know. I don't know how Peterbilt works, but that would concern me a little bit because I feel like that should be a job that's never hiring.
Yeah, generally they're not. So when I look at their websites before, they're not hiring, especially the safety position. So they hire a lot of floor manufacturers and assembly line workers.
Hmm.
So I think that people get in there, get the check, and stop doing the work. I think that's what ends up being their downfall. And then
That
they see the
makes
writing on the wall and they dip.
that makes sense. They get lazy and then they know they're kind of on their way out.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Still though,
So
man.
I'm gonna grab water.
Okay. It's still wild, but I get it. I guess to me, when I'm used to people like just sticking around for a month or two and leaving, it's usually at a really stressful job. Like they're losing hair with the amount of
right.
stress they're going through, and the money stops being worth it because they hate breathing. They hate waking up every
Right.
day.
I think I think I think it'll be okay. Yeah, there are definitely questions I'm going to ask, like why you're always hiring for this all of a sudden,
Mm.
and why can't you keep staff? Why is this position open? But my boss at the apartment complex today, she's like, "Oh my god, I forgot," because she wasn't there yesterday, so I was by myself with no access. At least my first apartment today, which is great. I know my neighbors now; they're just very nice girls. But the property manager's like, "Oh my lord, I forgot to get you a discount. I need to sign this contract." I was like, "Oh hell," because Juliet, I don't know if you know this or not, but my rent
Wait,
is one
are
number.
you're living at this place?
Yep.
Yes,
Wait, I thought you did the interview in the camper and it was really hot and you didn't get the job for your current apartment.
I did. I did the interview in the camper. The hiring, the interviewer told the regional I was awful and not to hire me.
Damn.
But I
Yeah, I
know
remember
the
all of this. You said that bird is to tree as fish is to, you said
pond.
pond or something,
Yeah.
and it was probably sea.
No, that wasn't an option, Juliet.
I don't
Not an
remember that
option.
quote.
But the property manager, I know her. She said that doesn't sound right. And the regional said, well, the floating manager said that he failed the
Wait, so
pre-employment exam so bad it's the worst one she'd seen. I said, bro, that can't be possible. That means I don't know my alphabet, my damn colors, my
wait,
species of animals.
so they didn't want to hire you,
No,
and the lady, your friend or whoever you,
yes, I've worked with her
yeah, whoever
before.
recommended you, so
Yeah,
your colleague, she went to bat for you to get you the job, and now you're gonna quit.
yes.
Oh no.
You got to
And
buy her
you live
something
there?
nice. That's the
So
that's the worst part.
you're gonna see her every time you leave the building. She's just gonna
Yeah,
like mean mug you.
She's gonna
yes.
be
Every time I
across
go
the
to work,
street with a
Juliet,
pistol and a trench
every
coat.
time I leave work, she's gonna watch me leave from her office. But
That's
Juliet,
rough.
but I have a rent now that is X amount. Because I now work here, they offer me a discount of 40%, which is
Okay,
good.
but that's a huge discount, but you're not gonna be able to keep that if you quit, right?
I don't have that now, but you're correct. If I sign the contract this week, then no, I don't get to keep the discount. It goes away. The other time crunch thing here, Juliet. is I am paying a lower rent now without signing the contract than I will if I sign the contract.
What?
Right. So I'm paying, we'll just say I pay
I thought if you
$2,000.
sign the contract, you get 40% off.
You do, but you get it off of market rate. So right now I pay 2,000, right?
Uh-huh.
It's going to immediately jump up to market rate, which is $2,300. So it jumps $300. Then they take 40% off of that amount.
Mm-hmm. Which
So
is still like
now
$1,000.
it is, you're right. Now, if I sign that contract tomorrow, you're right. It
Yeah,
drops
so you
down
would
to
be
grand.
paying $1,300 instead of $2,000. That's
Right. You're
not an
right.
increase.
But Juliet, it did increase because it's off the market rate, not my original contract sign. So the market rate is 2,300. My rent now is 2,000. Okay. Once I sign that contract, it immediately jumps to market of 2,300, which means if I take that job Friday at Peterbilt, my rent is now $2,300. It does not go back to 2,000.
Right.
Oh, and you'll no longer have
The
the
discount.
the discount. I
Right.
see.
So it immediately jumps $300. So I get a
So
massive
you're
pay
just
raise.
going to have higher rent
Um,
out of all of this.
yes.
And
Yes.
a lot of angry
Just
eyes on him.
just move.
No, because if I move, the rent's going to be the same no matter where I go.
Yeah, but they won't be angry at you.
That's true.
Yeah. Listen. I would suggest, because it's gonna suck for her no matter what. Like the one you're working with currently. If you get this new job and everything's fine with it, if you can just buy her something like a, hey, I'm sorry, here's a $5 gift card to Starbucks, something. Just kidding, don't do that. That's insulting.
So a $5 gift card,
It's like
she's
I'm
going to
making
light my house
6
on fire.
figures now. Here's $5.
Here's all I had time to get that you just flick it at her.
This is what my paycheck covers. Sorry. My rent's $2,300. I can't afford anything else. Juliet, the
Okay, I do agree with CJ though. It would be nice to give her a gesture of appreciation and just be like, hey, I did plan to be here for the long run. My dream
oh no,
job
Juliet.
came up,
Yep.
and
Yep.
unfortunately, I couldn't say no to it. But I appreciate everything you've done for me.
Listen, Juliet. I have been planting those seeds. So I started on Tuesday, and these new people are coming in the office like, oh my god, new leasing people. I'm like, yeah, I'm the new assistant here. Like, oh my god, how long are you gonna be here? I said, it's kind of temporary. She said,
Till tomorrow.
temporary.
Temporary.
I'll break your leg.
Why
I'll
would you
break your
say
leg.
temporary?
You said
That's
temporary, and
that's
she said, "I'll break your leg."
that's so risky.
That
Yep.
seems like such a bad way of starting to plant
But
seeds. That's
I said, no.
bad.
I said temporary. I said, you never know when that dream job will come up. That's all I said.
That's so
That's all I
rude.
said. I said temporary. You never know when the dream job's going to pop up.
And now
She
tomorrow
wasn't.
he's going to be like, so that dream job popped up.
So yesterday she wasn't there. So it was just me by myself. Today she was there. And I told her, I said, hey, listen, I'm going to dip out at 4:45. I got a phone call at 5 I got to take.
It
But she
has
was getting
nothing
ready
to
to
do
leave.
with my dream job.
She goes, what kind of call is this? It's just a phone call. It's going to go take it. I'll be
See,
back.
she's already upset.
She said, don't you dare quit. I said, listen.
No.
I said,
Oh
Sam.
man.
I
This is
said,
worse
Sam.
and worse.
I said, if the dream job comes up, Sam, I said, listen,
Oh,
you and I
no.
both know if someone knocked on your door and hands you a 6-figure job, you take it. She goes, it better be a damn 6-figure job. That's what I told her. I've worked with her before. We had that relationship. I wouldn't just do it with anybody. I know what kind of relationship it is.
I
So I said,
know.
listen, if it's a $6,000, if it's a 6-figure job, I'm going to have to take it. And she goes, it better be 6 figures. I said,
You're
I won't take it if it's less.
you're gonna be at
Wait,
That's all I said.
99,000
then,
and she's gonna be pissed.
and then they
Juliet
asked
was stopping the
Jonathan
other 1,000.
what salary he wanted, and he said, I don't know.
I didn't even think about that.
After having that conversation where he was like, if it's not six figures, I don't care.
Could you imagine if she was listening in on that interview, just like, "Ooh, you better get a lot of money," and then when they ask him that question, he's like, "Oh, I don't know." I would be pissed. I'm like, "You motherfucker." He's like, "I don't know. 45,000 sounds good to me." He's like, "You piece of shit." Oh man, I if you can, I would buy her something nice, like, because yeah, I could see that kind of like fucking up y'all's relationship, like permanently.
I don't think it'll fuck it up, but I do think
I
so.
mean,
Sam is very laid back. She gets it. She's also just as guilty of chasing the dollar. I've seen her do it. But Tiffany, the
but
regional,
she did
ooh,
go like against the regional
she
for
did.
you though. And I
She
feel
did.
like the regional will hold that against her.
Yeah,
If she recommended you and then they didn't want to hire you after interviewing you, and then she like went to bat for you and convinced them, and then you peace out 2 days later,
yeah.
she's gonna take the brunt
I
of that.
I agree, Juliet. I also know that at the end of the day, I get, but at the end of the day, man, they're gonna have somebody new in that spot in a week.
So that's fine. That
Yep,
And
like,
that's true.
I'm not saying you're not making the right decision because that's your future you're talking about. So we're not saying you're doing the wrong thing by going with Peter, but we're just saying if you could do something so that her name was Sam, right?
yeah,
So that Sam knows, like, hey, I had to do this, but I really do appreciate what you did. Here's something simple. I don't know, like a Mercedes. Here's a Mercedes as a
Sam.
token of my appreciation. And then she's like, okay, I can't be that mad if you buy me a luxury car, as a as an
It's just gonna be
apology.
like, give her 10% of your salary for the next 10 years.
Not 10 years, 9.5. Come on.
No, I do agree with CJ that obviously you have to take the better job, right? Like you're the only one who's going to look out for your own career. But yeah, just bring her some cupcakes or a QT's hot dog or something.
You eat hot dog? Now
Wait,
she's mad and sick.
what time did she
Make
get
it
there in the
sad.
morning? Because if you get it to her like at
Man,
7 a.m. in the morning,
Man, we
a
ain't gotta be
hot
there
dog.
till 9:30.
At 7 a.m. in the morning and use the mustard to draw a little sad face on it.
Oh my god, I'd be so mad if someone give me a hot dog in the morning. I don't want to fucking eat this at 9 a.m.
And then
Slap
they
that.
stand there and you have it and they're like, you're not going to eat it? And
You're
now
watching them eat it? Oh, dude, I would have to fight you.
Yeah, yeah, Juliet. The good news is, Juliet, I quit Camping World.
that is
So
good news. I'm very
that's good.
excited for you.
I get up in the morning, go for my little run, chase bunnies outside, water my plants, take my time in the morning, get to work walk across the street, go to the parking lot, get there at 9, clock out at 5:30,
Nice.
call it a day. Nice.
That was great. That's
But
really
Juliet,
nice.
Peterbell's knocking on the door. And if I can make things happen tomorrow, I'm gonna tell that poor girl, like, look, you okay? I noticed you were a little rattled yesterday. What do you need from me to make your life easier next week? Yeah, she's gonna be like, man, if you could just start tomorrow. I'm all right. Well, sorry, Sam.
So this is corporate Sam.
I thought that poor girl was Sam.
There's too many Sams in your life, Jonathan. What is it, like the fifth one?
Oh
Sixth?
God.
Yeah.
The fact that you
Anyways, do we have some questions
Yes.
for today?
Absolutely. So, by the way, Oscar unfortunately confirmed that he won't be able to join. His
Okay.
kids are on a different schedule, so they're going to sleep, I guess, later now. I don't know. However it was working, they go to sleep right when we start the stream, but now they're not
Okay.
going to sleep, so it's a whole issue. Anyway,
Okay.
he's being a loving father and husband right now. So, hold on. All right. So I'm going to start with what was going to be my biggest question, because this question is from Abdul. Would you rather have a fox that takes 10 minutes to dig a hole to anywhere in the world, or an elephant that when you sleep on his back, you are fully rested regardless of how long you sleep? For the fox, it can dig a hole anywhere. For the fox, it can dig a hole anywhere you have been in the world, regardless of distance. It just needs 10 minutes to do it. For the elephant, you can sleep for 10 minutes and be fully rested. It can be literally any amount of time as long as you sleep on his back. And then the last part of
I
this
mean,
question, before you answer, is that the average lifespan of these animals does come into play.
definitely the
Okay.
fox.
I didn't understand the elephant one.
Okay. For the elephant, you can sleep. Okay, it says, would you rather have a fox that takes 10 minutes to dig a hole to anywhere in the world, or an elephant that when you sleep on its back, you are fully rested regardless of how long you sleep?
Oh,
So you can sleep for like 10 minutes a day, and you can operate for the other
oh,
23 hours and 50 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah. Give me the elephant. Yeah. I function on 4 hours now. So what am I going to do with 4 minutes? That's fantastic.
Jonathan, please tell
That
me
means
you're
I'm
trolling.
going to live. That means I'm going to live longer than everybody else that's sleeping 8 hours.
Okay, before we go, I need to tell you one thing. I've already argued with 3 people about this. So I'm going to ask you one time, Jonathan, are you giving me this answer just to troll? Because I'm about to go
No, I'm
fucking in.
serious. No, I'm serious. The elephant. All
What
I
is
got to do is sleep for 4 minutes.
I think
What the hell?
what is wrong with
In that
y'all?
case,
I'll
What?
play devil's advocate. So
No!
I
you
picked
won't.
the fox,
No,
but
no. It's too late. There's no devil here. We made the right choice.
well, there's no we. I picked the fox, but
What?
it was
Don't
What
say
did you
what.
get?
That's no. Let Juliet finish, because I'm about to fucking tear your new one. Let's do it.
no. So I'll say the cool thing about the elephant is that if you have no desire to travel a ton and everything important to you in life is right there and you just want a lot of time to be productive, then the elephant makes sense, apart from the fact that you now have to maintain and keep an elephant in your backyard. So that's going to be tough.
Okay. Get
But
some extra trees and
I
put in
think
there.
with the fox, since you can go anywhere in 10 minutes, I mean, for me, that's an obvious no-brainer because I can see my family all the time.
Yeah,
But
no,
also,
How big is this
can you
fox?
guys?
it's a fox.
I mean, it's foot-sized, but
So
also
you're
you can
riding,
easily
you're
take it with
riding a
you.
fox-sized fox?
Jonathan,
No,
it's
it
digging a
digs a
hole.
magic tunnel.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold
so you
on,
go
hold
in
on.
there-
Before you say what I think you're about to say, the
You know what I'm
tunnel
gonna
acts
say.
as a portal. Okay, so you're not crawling all the way overseas.
You're gonna cook by the time you get
No, that's not
2
how it
miles
works. That's
into
not how it works. That's not how it works. If you had to travel the tunnel, you're not. It's not a portal anymore. It's
Just
just a
pretend that you're apparating. The fox lets you apparate.
You are
But
essentially
the thing with
getting
the
into this
fox,
hole and teleporting.
technically, since you can go anywhere at any time, you could also get super wealthy off of it if you're like okay with that. No, you just like tunnel into the bank at 2 a.m. and then apparate
Okay,
out of
but
there.
a
Oh,
tunnel.
Dahl said the
ain't
same
gonna-
thing and it made me mad. What were you saying, Jonathan? I don't know. Say what you're gonna say.
The tunnel. Okay, a tunnel has a start and an end point, which means between the end point and the start point, there's distance to cover.
So that's magic.
No, you can't have magic in this space, Juliet.
Then you can't sleep for 2 minutes and feel rested.
You gotta crawl between those two.
No, because then the elephant doesn't make sense either. Okay?
Yeah. Nothing about the elephant is non-real.
It is
The
not
fox-
real. You sleeping for
It's-
2 minutes and being fully rested is
Yeah,
not
it's the
real.
same thing, Jonathan. The elephant is an elephant. The fox is a fox. It's what they do that's the supernatural. So you can't use that argument. They're both doing something that's supernatural.
They're both magic
But-
animals.
But the fox can't dig a hole. He would have to go through the earth.
Okay. Explain the science of you being able to sleep on an elephant and getting all the rest you need in under any amount of time. Literally seconds. Explain the science
Okay.
of that.
Easy. Power naps.
You could do that without
Why
an
don't
elephant.
you just do that now?
Yeah, but I'm on a safe elephant.
You don't feel safe in your apartment?
No,
You feel safer on your elephant?
Yeah.
So pretend the fox is actually a flying unicorn. So now you're flying somewhere else. There's no more tunnel.
Okay. Okay, hold on. I gotta interject because I wanted y'all to
We
talk
went
about
from
this.
one extreme of
No,
crazy to
do
the
not
next.
distract him. Do not distract him. All right? It's a tunnel. It's literally you get inside the tunnel and it just teleports you to where you want to go. Okay? So it's not a thing where you have to travel a whole lot of distance. That defeats the point. Just like, just like if you were sleeping on the elephant and you kept having to readjust because you're not balanced, that would defeat the point of you being arrested because you're not resting if you're balancing the whole time. It's the same thing.
How far into this tunnel do we have to go before we just snap our fingers and end up where we're going?
Does it really matter?
Like
It's a tunnel
2
that can
feet.
Yeah.
fit you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like 2 feet. Your whole body has to be inside, and then you go.
And then you come out 2 feet on the other side?
You come, you're just completely, you're already immersed. There's no downside to this tunnel, Jonathan. I've asked
I'm
the
not gonna
dog.
lie. I
I've
think I
asked the
would.
dog because this is his
Uh-huh.
question. I've asked him because I like seriously. I need y'all to know this is his question. I've tried to get all the details so that I asked it correctly. There's no downside to this tunnel, so you don't have to deal with like, bugs in the tunnel or anything. No, you just get in the damn tunnel.
Scorpions.
Yeah, and you just end up on the other side. The same
I
way
will
where
say it would be so fun to go to a different country for dinner every night and just like have a whole bunch of cool cuisine. The tunnel thing would be great.
Jonathan, I gotta say, you are not the only person that picked the elephant, and that pisses me off so much because I think that there's an objectively better choice in the fox. The elephant, what are you saving in sleep that you're not gaining from being able to teleport essentially? Like all the time you spent
What about
driving, all the time you spent driving to Amarillo to see people, to all that stuff, that can all be done. You're not even having to travel for 10 minutes. You're just waiting for 10 minutes and then you're just there. Like your life becomes significantly easier. And we'll get into this topic later, but I just want to say that both options make a ton of money. So we don't have to worry about the money thing if we're trying to turn this into a business. Both options make a lot of money. We're talking about quality of life. I get the idea of getting extra time, but if both options make a bunch of money, what are you doing with that extra time that you can't do now? Because you're saying you're going to be productive, but the
Well, 'cause
fox
with the
grants you
fox,
time.
if you're like, oh, it's beautiful weather today, in 10 minutes you can be in Colorado by the lake. And then you'll be home in 10 minutes when it's supper time.
Wait,
what
real quick, sorry.
Mhm.
So Wolf just got in here. I would like to repeat the question so that he knows why I'm so pissed off right now.
Yeah, you can go ahead and pick the correct side, so Wolf. Go ahead
All
and
right,
pick
so
the correct animal.
okay, so Wolf, so this is the question. Would you rather have a fox that takes 10 minutes to dig a hole to anywhere in the world, or an elephant that when you sleep on his back, you are fully rested regardless of how long you sleep? For the fox, it can dig a hole anywhere. It can dig a hole anywhere you have been in the world regardless of distance. It just needs 10 minutes. For the elephant, you can sleep for 10 minutes and be fully rested. It can be literally any amount of time as long as you sleep on its back. And then the last part is the lifespan of these animals do matter. So obviously an elephant lives longer than a fox, yada yada. So that's the question.
Man, so we'll fuck that fox.
Dude, Jonathan, imagine if you do not have to drive anywhere. Period. I know you're not I know you don't care about traveling overseas. We're not talking about far traveling like that. We're just talking about the stuff that you like to do, seeing the people you like to see. That now becomes, you have endless possibilities. You can make endless friends, endless connections. You cannot put a price tag on that. Extra sleep, or not extra sleep, but extra hours in the day that you don't have to spend sleeping is nice. But what are you filling that time doing that you cannot do with the fox? Seriously, like think about that. What are you doing with the extra time that you cannot do with the fox?
I'm seeing more of I'm seeing more of time
To do
with the
what?
elephant than I am with the fox.
To do what
Just to
though?
see the time.
But is it quality time though?
Yeah, I'm well rested.
But what are you doing?
Finding things to do.
And you don't think you can make those things happen easier with the fox? You now do not have to spend time commuting anywhere.
Does he have to dig a new tunnel every time?
Yes, it's 10 minutes. But don't
There's holes
don't
everywhere.
don't fixate on the fucking. All right, Jonathan. Well, at that point, you also have to think about the shit that the elephant's doing. It's shitting all over your fucking wherever you put it. You now you can't keep an elephant in your apartment, so now you got to think about that.
What say you, so Wolf?
He says elephant low key. I hate all y'all, bro. Dude, y'all. I think y'all think so fucking like short, man, or small. I don't. Y'all aren't considering the amount of quality like this fox brings into your life, even with its shorter lifespan. Do you realize that if I had the fox, I can literally come see y'all tomorrow? I can see y'all separately multiple times in a single day tomorrow.
I mean, not even tomorrow. You could be here. You could be in New York in 10 minutes.
Seriously, I could
Like,
get pizza with Juliet tonight because you know there's
CJ
always one
could
that's
just
open.
go see a Broadway play and be back in Houston for supper.
You telling, dude, because I was literally arguing with a dog. Like this gets me so heated. This to me, I don't think it's anywhere comparable. Because I was trying to modify, believe it or not, I was trying to modify Abdul's question to make the elephant more valuable. But the more people I asked, the more people are like, "Oh, the elephant seems kind of nice," and I just got angry. I'm just like, "It's the elephant is nice if there's no fox. If you just gave me the elephant, great, I like this. But if you tell me there's a fox over there that can teleport, I'm punching the elephant. I don't care if it hurts it. I'm punching it and going to the fox."
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I obviously I would love to be able to go home more often and see my family, and yeah, just there's a whole bunch of places I want to go.
Jonathan,
And like, yeah,
like,
also even for just stupid stuff, right? You can be in the grocery store in 10 minutes without having to drive.
come on, come on. No, you got something smart to say. Come on. What random
I
scenario makes that a drag, Jonathan?
I'm sure the traveling fox would be a great asset to have,
Period.
but
You shouldn't even put
but
would. It just is.
if I only sleep for 2 minutes, I get
Mhm.
more time to do other things.
Cool. What
But
are
what
the
are you
things?
doing?
What are the things? Just
Oh
name
man,
one.
I could
Just name one,
I
Jonathan.
I could travel. I
Yeah,
could
he's trolling. He's trolling.
I
That was an obvious
I could
troll
Jonathan
answer.
sleeping for
that
2
one
minutes to
was
take
that
an
one was
8-hour airplane flight.
I could see more of the night.
To do what? Okay,
I
what is there to see at 3 a.m.?
I
Dude, you
Jonathan
gotta
just
give
don't
in
me.
know
the backyard with his elephant, just looking at the stars.
I
yet.
you know this is something I wanted to bring up with Abdul, but we were kind of having fun, so I didn't want to like bring the energy down. But y'all do realize if you have so much extra time and nothing to fill it with, that's gonna kind of affect you negatively, right? Like you get that,
Right.
right? Like you have to be doing something because you're not just gonna want to stare at the wall or be doom scrolling your phone for those 8 hours. You have to be doing something.
I was gonna say, well, no, I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
Yeah, I mean, I already feel like by the time the day's over, especially if it's been a pretty busy day, I'm excited to get in bed and just sleep and do nothing for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have that, if I'm like setting a timer, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be up in 2 minutes, keep going. Like that just sounds so stressful.
But then, yeah, and then the question is, what are you staying up to keep doing? Because you could say, like, oh, I might have a deadline here or there, but those are temporary things. It's not every day that you're crunching or cramming something. So, what are you doing to where you need that extra time? Because remember, I said this before, both animals make money. So, you do not need to worry about money if you're gonna,
How
temporarily
does
turn.
how does how does the elephant make money?
So Dahl brought up that you can actually charge people that have problems sleeping, and you could just
Mm,
have them come to the elephant, and then they can, it doesn't have to
that's
be a
smart.
crazy expensive, but just something where it's like, oh, $100, and you get amazing sleep. And for
Then
people
you
who
have
can,
people trying to jump the fence in the middle of the night and take a nap on your elephant.
yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where because you're the only one with this animal,
Yeah.
assuming that the government doesn't try and take it away, you're going to become a multimillionaire with both options. I argue that you'll become a multi-billionaire with the fox, but that doesn't matter because once you hit a certain number, the money kind of becomes the same, you know?
Mhm.
So that's why I don't want to focus too much on earning money because that's going to happen both ways. I'm talking about like, man, I sure do miss Juliet, and I just fucking teleport. I would tell you, I wouldn't just show up at your front door. That'd be rude. But I'll just be there, and it's like, hey, I'm hungry. Let's go kidnap Jonathan, and then we're in Denton, and it's like, yeah, let's go get some QT hot dogs. That's all we eat over there, by the way, Soul Wolf.
Can you
That is
imagine
true.
if CJ has the fox and he never tells anyone before he arrives? So everyone CJ knows is just constantly in fear that CJ is going to appear at any time.
I think the joke would be, don't make me come over there.
Because he will.
I would always just say that, and it's always like, oh, CJ, you're so funny, and then I'm not laughing with you. I'm just staring at you. You're just like, wait.
And you say, "Don't make me come over there," and you're like, "I have 10 minutes."
You see a timer in the background, and I'm just, we better ready. So Wolf says, I have plenty to do with extra sleep. Hell, I might sleep on the elephant a few times a day just for fun. I just have people ride the elephant. I wouldn't tell anyone that he's got powers.
That's awesome.
But what, one thing y'all are, I still feel like y'all underestimating the amount of time y'all get back from the fox. I don't understand why y'all are putting so much emphasis on sleeping for a minute and then having all that extra time. Like, what?
Yeah, I'd rather not have to do an 8-hour international flight
Yes,
and have a 10-minute trip to Europe and then sleep comfortably when I get there. That's fine.
and it's not even it's not even a 10-minute trip. You're just waiting for 10 minutes. You get there instantly. So he says, I have horrible social anxiety. I don't really go anywhere anyway. But you still go. Wait, even then, I believe with the option to go anywhere, you would start going to more places.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I don't go a ton of places, but if I could just travel anywhere in 10 minutes, like I would love going to like the Metropolitan in New York, right? Like I would just go to the museums by myself.
Yeah,
That's great. Like I would just, just go to all my favorite places. Like anytime you want to go shopping and find anything, right? You never have to order a t-shirt or something and it doesn't fit properly. You just apparate in your favorite store, even if it's on the other side of the country. You
yeah,
try on your stuff and then you like teleport home immediately. Also, if you do go somewhere and you're not having fun and you want to go home, you can be home in 10 minutes. Like it's also a cure for social anxiety
yes, that
because
too.
you're always 10 minutes away from home.
And you really only need a vehicle when you're like transporting a bunch of people or something, or you're trying to, get a lot of cargo or whatever. Like, it just makes it just opens up so many doors that I think y'all aren't really considering it. I think y'all really aren't considering just how much value this brings to your life. Not even talking about money, just quality of life
Oh yeah, I mean you could experience so many more different places
and
for
foods and
for
cultures
free.
and events.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I mean yeah, that's yeah. No, you don't have to pay for a train ticket or a plane ticket ever again. You don't have to go to the airport or sit on a long flight or do a long drive ever again. You
Hmm.
can just experience stuff.
All right. I don't know.
Constance like, no, I still pick my elephant.
It just I don't get what people see in that elephant versus the fox. And that's the only reason why I'm so passionate about this. I don't see because I was actually prepared, but when Abdal asked me this question, I was prepared for Jonathan to say elephant, but I was expecting only him to say it. So it'd be like one elephant versus 46 foxes. And I was like, okay, Jonathan's just trying to troll. But every time I hear someone choose the elephant, I'm just like, I don't y'all, y'all just don't think. Y'all just don't think. Whatever. Julia and
You'll
I will
walk in
have our
there.
coffee while you guys, stare at the wall at
Ooh,
3 a.m.
I'll have hot chocolate in Vienna.
You can't do that with an elephant, Jonathan.
They're famous for their chocolate. Have you ever had Viennese hot chocolate?
I have not, Juliet. Wouldn't it be convenient
I
if we
have
could just
not
have some in
either.
10 minutes?
That would be delightful.
Better book a flight.
You're telling
think
yourself
we'll-
that. You're telling yourself that,
Good thing
right?
good thing we are well rested.
So this is the thing. This also fucks you up traveling. Because are you bringing the elephant every time you go somewhere? No.
Yeah.
Really?
You have to airlift this poor elephant.
Just so that you can get some sleep for a minute and then walk the streets of Paris at 3 a.m., I guess. Like, I don't.
With his elephant somewhere.
Yeah, just like in the hotel lobby. He just pays him enough to keep him there.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He knows what to do. He can do elephant stuff.
Oh, man. Fine. I guess we'll move on. Abdul will be happy to know that other people chose the elephant because he technically chose a fox, but he was defending the elephant, which to me is like choosing the elephant.
CJ's gonna have nightmares about this dang elephant.
I'm not gonna have nightmares. I'm side eyeing all of y'all because this is not something that I consider to be a hard question. I personally think anything teleportation wise or portal wise is probably the best kind of power or ability you can have in the real world. I don't think anything really comes close to it in the real world specifically. So if you give me that option, I'm always going to take it over arguably anything else. So this elephant was already fighting a losing battle in my mind. Fine. So this question is actually from Soul Wolf says I would take the fox. I don't know, Soul Wolf.
Too late, Soul Wolf.
Yeah, it might be too late. You got the fucking elephant now.
Yeah, we gotta feed that thing now. You already claimed it.
He says I would take the fox just to travel to anyone who has the elephant. See, that proves my point. That proves my point. He gets the best of both worlds.
Jonathan's house. Once a day, we all show up at Jonathan's.
Yes.
On the elephant.
Exactly.
No, elephant's tired. Elephant's gotta sleep on his own back.
That's fine. Tired. That's fine. Because guess what, Jonathan? We go to your house and you tell us, hey, he's tired, you can't do it. Guess what? We can just go the fuck back home because we have that option. We don't feel like we wasted a trip. We could just go back home.
Man, y'all's fox is gonna be hella tired.
I mean, we don't. Even then, that's a totally fine. Like, that's fine. I'm not gonna be abusing it. Like, okay, I'll go see Juliet at noon. Fox is tired. Okay, I guess I'll see you at 4, Jonathan. That's not the end of the world.
Tired ass fox. He's gonna come here and need to sleep on my elephant.
That's fine. We have the option. We have the option. You're bringing these things up as if, oh no, this makes the elephant so much better. This is okay. This is like saying, well, CJ, you're still gonna have to eat dinner. What? That's fine. You're still gonna have to wear clothes. It's okay. Oh no, I gotta travel in clothes.
It's bad.
Oh yeah, I don't know. All of y'all. Next question is from one of our viewers, our followers on TikTok, because I actually asked them to think of some questions for the pod.
Wait, are we big on TikTok?
No, but our videos do better on on TikTok than they do on Instagram.
I see.
So people are more likely to comment. So on TikTok, someone asked, actually, hold on, let me get the actual name so that I can shout them out for the video. Sorry. Okay. So Instant Espresso Game asks, if we develop the ability to talk to animals, which one would be the scariest to talk to?
That's a fun question. The scariest to talk to.
Mm-hmm. I would say a crow.
You go first, Jonathan.
Or what's it? What? Not a crow. What's the bird that eats on the dead? Vulture. There we go. I would say a vulture.
Yeah, vultures are probably mean. I think hyenas, to be honest, would be pretty mean. I know they're our mascot. But I feel like they're not a kind, generous animal.
That's fair. I mean, that kind of makes us look kind of. We have to side eye ourselves a little bit, but yeah, that makes sense.
I also feel like, also sharks. I feel like some sharks might be really scary to hear their thoughts because it's probably just like bloodlust.
Would you rather talk to a hammerhead or a great white?
Oh, I don't know. Hammerheads are supposed to be really mean, but great whites are really scary. Oh no. Yeah, and also I think grizzly bears, but I think they're probably like their inner monologue is probably friendlier than a shark.
You thinking of Winnie the Pooh or what?
No, that's like a black bear or a brown bear.
Juliet, that thing is yellow. He's a yellow bear. He's not black. He ain't gray. He's not brown.
I didn't say Winnie the Pooh. I said a grizzly bear. You brought up Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, okay, that's it. All right. Well, what about you, Jonathan?
The scariest animal to talk to?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what the most annoying animal to talk to would be is a snake. Imagine trying to talk to a snake with his hissing going on. He's
So
not
they
gonna
keep
freaking.
they keep their
He
accents.
doesn't, yeah, he doesn't have teeth. He's got fangs, so he's either gonna have a hell of a lisp.
He's like
Or
the Rango snake.
Yeah, no, he's not gonna talk like the Rango snake, Juliet. If it talk like that, that'd be okay. I'll talk to Samuel L. Jackson or whoever the snake was. Yeah, if it sounds like that snake, I'm for it. That's a badass snake, Juliet. But if it's I'm thinking like the hissing snakes, like hiss. That's the ones I don't want to listen to talk. Okay, that'd be an annoying one. I think a scary one. Imagine going to the lake, Juliet, and you're walking, and all you hear is "I'ma bite you, I'ma bite you," and you're like, "What the hell is talking to me right now?" And you realize, Juliet, that "I'ma bite you" starts multiplying into thousands, and you don't know what it is. Come to find out, Juliet, it's all the mosquitoes that see you around the lake. That'd be pretty scary, because all you hear is "I'ma bite you."
Scary.
Yeah.
Or piranhas, same thing, but in the water.
But they're going bloop bloop bloop. You know, they
Assume they can speak English, Jonathan. What the fuck?
what do they?
Ethically, how come the mosquitoes can say "I'ma bite you," but the piranhas go bloop bloop bloop?
That's what they think to themselves in their mind.
Juliet, have you ever tried to speak underwater?
I have.
And it goes bloop bloop bloop.
We go bloop 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 because we're not meant to speak underwater.
And the fishes are?
They would be more likely to, yeah.
Yeah,
they're
more likely to.
Actually, think about this, Juliet. I think orcas would be pretty terrifying to talk to.
Oh,
because
yeah, orcas are a good one.
They have their own special dialect right now anyway, without being able to talk. So you'd have like Bahama sounding orcas. You'd have orcas from the hood, orcas from Little Mexico. You'd have all kinds of orcas going on. That'd be terrifying.
Can you give us a demonstration?
Like, I'm going to eat you, and Jonathan's like, okay, but where are you from?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you give us an example of what an orca from the hood would sound like?
Well, I would, but I've never heard an orca from the hood, so I can't just roll that out. I bet Soul Wolf could demonstrate it for us.
Well, Soul Wolf's a wolf, so he wouldn't know what an orca sounds like.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Do we have a soul shark somewhere in the chat?
No, they haven't came yet. But yeah,
but Usagi knows what a soul wolf or what a orca sounds like.
She ain't even here.
Dang it, Usagi.
But yeah, I would choose a vulture. I'm only saying that so I have a clear clip of me saying that for the clip. But all
You
right.
think you don't think those vultures sound goofy as hell? I think the raven would be pretty scary
I would rather
because
talk to a raven because a raven
I
just
think
feels like they're dark, just dark, but a vulture is preying on the dead or the dying. I feel like
yeah,
that's a
like
different
ravens are
mentality.
black, but
well,
they're really intelligent. They're really curious, right? Like I think you'd actually have really interesting conversations with a raven. Like you can
Yeah.
befriend a raven. You're not gonna be friends with a piranha or a
I don't
vulture
know. I don't
or,
speak bloop, Juliet. That's why I can't be friends with the piranha. The
or a
vulture,
mosquito.
I just feel like the vulture is gonna be goofy as hell.
Why? Why
Well,
does that seem
I
like a
just
goofier bird?
because have you seen them walk on the land?
That doesn't
Yeah, but
matter.
they're not
Yeah,
supposed
they
to be on land
they
very much. They're not goofy
they.
when they're eating your eyeballs.
Well, no, they're just gonna ask if you're dead. Are you dead? No. All right.
But
They're
it's
gonna
the
move on.
mentality that's weird. It's like you're waiting for something to die that's already dying and or dead. I think that's a different
I'm,
mentality than a raven who's looking for food like a normal bird would.
if you think about it, we're also looking for things to die so we can eat.
See, I would say that's different because I would say that's kind of like you looking at a cow that's on its last leg and it's like, oh yeah, I can't wait till that thing dies naturally and then I can turn into a burger. That's not what you're doing. We're
Yeah,
going to
see,
a place that already
being
has
a
it a burger.
vulture, if you're a vulture, you're just in CJ's bedroom in the corner, just staring him down until he dies. You're just there waiting in silence.
Every time I inhale, it just gets disappointed.
You just hear a quiet dang it from the corner.
It's just a mini dang it every other second. uh, well, yeah, I
That was a
think those
fun
are
question.
those are pretty good questions. Also, I don't think a mosquito counts as an animal, but we can move on from that.
I think it counts.
Really? Is
Yeah, it's
don't
a
you
little
think that's more of an insect?
well, yeah, it's an insect, but I'd say insects are animals as well.
Hmm. All right. Well, this
In
one
the
is
animal
from
kingdom.
I mean, an insect isn't a mammal, right? But I'd say mammals and insects and fish, like fish technically
that's
aren't,
true. They're not
you know,
mammals either.
they're all part of the animal kingdom.
Yeah. Okay.
Bloop,
Yeah, that's
bloop,
true.
bloop.
So keep in mind, this isn't my question. So Brendan Schultz says, "Would you rather lick a gym toilet seat or a pool toilet seat?"
Brendan, why are
That's
we licking seats?
we just
Me
gotta
neither.
we I guess we gotta choose
Brent, a pool or a what?
gym.
No. Why
I,
is I got more questions for Mr. Schultz.
well,
Do you
I
go
mean,
into those facilities and just think what would happen if I licked this?
he's thinking about the flavor,
I mean,
man.
obviously, obviously neither, right? But if like gun to my head, if I had to
You
choose,
mean nope? Pull that trigger.
Yeah, bow and arrow to your head. Which one are you choosing, Juliet?
Bow and arrow? Yeah.
I mean, I think probably the pool because hopefully people have mostly been in the pool with a lot of chlorine.
I mean, the only thing I think of is you probably already had that
Whereas
stuff in your mouth anyway if you're in the water with them. So,
the gym is just full of sweaty people.
Yeah, who just got done eating a bunch of protein.
why'd it get worse if it wasn't bad enough?
So the last one, that
Wait,
was a
why am I the only one who had to
oh
answer the
oh
question? Gun to
Because
my
my
head.
bad
no,
No,
my
no,
you guys
my
no.
bad.
also have
CJ,
to answer.
CJ, and I chose death. We
No,
said
actually I
pull the
didn't.
trigger.
My bad. I agree with
I didn't
Juliet.
know death was an option. I
It's
said
not.
if I have to choose within the premises of the question.
Yeah, remember she said brass knuckle to her head. If she had to choose, she would choose the pool toilet, which I also would choose a pool. That makes way more sense. Like they're both gross, but one I think is less gross. All right, Jonathan,
Yeah,
I
I
can tell.
mean, yeah,
Yeah.
no,
So
I
Jonathan chooses death.
Hopefully it's wintertime also, and no one is at the pool ever.
no, what? No, because
The gym
because
is busy year round, so there's just always lots of people.
I
That's
just
so
feel
much
like
worse.
if you let that stuff linger in a pool that's not being used, you're better off, Juliet, like you said, the chlorine to rinse that thing every now and then.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
Well, I mean, they still
That's what I
have.
said. She says, hopefully it's wintertime. And I said, you don't want that stuff just lingering around. It's gonna start growing.
Okay, no, they still have a cleaning crew and like staff. I'm just saying that there's not as many customers.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah, like Jonathan,
Well,
we're making this an easier decision. Like the pool makes more sense. The
no,
pool
I agree.
toilet makes more sense.
I agree.
Okay, we all agree.
Yeah, we all agree. This is the first time we all agreed on something. This is unique. This fucking
It's the right
elephant.
choice.
So this one we technically kind of talked about last week, but since it is the last question someone asked or answer, I'll go ahead and ask it. So Mr. Insurance says, if you were to get a superpower, what would it be? And he says we get to choose a con. We get to choose a con on how it's used or how it must be activated. So to get it started, I already kind of said this, but my superpower choice will always be teleportation in the real world. I just think that has the most use out of it. In the fictional world, let's just say, a world was created, it would be something elemental like mastery of fire or air manipulation, something like that. Now, I don't know what a con would be. Like that would suck if I could use fire,
Okay,
but I still feel the
I
heat
have
from it.
I have a good con for teleportation, which is a bummer because I was also going to pick teleportation. But here's the thing: every time you teleport, you age by a month.
Okay,
Huh.
I think that's actually an interesting con because that makes you think way more before using it. Because it's easy
I
to
thought
use
you
it
were
the
gonna
first 12
say
times.
show up on the other side naked. I was like, well, you better sprint through that teleportation thing so you're sprinting on the other side.
See, I actually don't think that's as bad as the aging one because it will suck no matter what. But if you know for a fact you're going to be naked, you can have safe houses that you teleport to.
Yeah, you can plan. You
You can
can
plan it.
let your family know that you're arriving in an hour and there
Yeah,
needs to be nobody home.
yeah. Like Juliet could just teleport to her old bedroom and then like she's good. Like I would tell you, Jonathan, I'm going to be over in 10 minutes. Make sure the kitchen table has like changing clothes on it. And you're like, what do you mean? It's like too late. You should have asked. And then I'm just in your kitchen.
Well,
Bad day to have guests over.
sorry, Mutal.
Yeah, but the aging one is unique because, like I said, I think that for the first 12, you probably wouldn't really notice because it's just like it would be a year. But if you keep doing it, you're gonna feel it at some point. It's like, huh, have a little bit more of
Yeah.
an ache on my shoulder than I
Yeah,
did.
no, if you start just abusing it, right, which I think would be really easy to do.
Hmm.
And yeah, no, you start out and you're teleporting somewhere every week,
Yeah,
right? You do that for a couple months and you also get used to being able to teleport, and I feel like it probably gets harder
to
not to
stop.
do it for a long time,
Hmm.
right? Like how easy is it to not teleport for 3 whole months if you're used to always having that at your fingertips?
Hmm.
But over time, cumulatively, like you're aging faster, right? So that's yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think a month is fair, right? Because also if it's like a year every time, then it's prohibitive.
yeah.
Um,
Also, if it's a year, it becomes difficult to argue to like teleport back. Like you might
yeah.
as well just travel back because like you're losing a whole year.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was a good one. Jonathan, what power will you choose? I know you think about this all the time.
I just was thinking how I don't think about it all the time. Actually, I was thinking this superpower thing is just a worldwide thought that I've never had.
Yeah.
Juliet, people,
We
Juliet,
we just we just
I
talked
must have
about
been
it
sheltered
2 weeks
away.
ago.
Yeah, but Most people are like, I want super strength. I want to fly. I don't want to fly. You know why, Juliet? He be flying through the air and get them bugs in your teeth.
Wear a helmet.
I want that.
Wear a helmet.
We
Problem
talked
solved.
about this last time.
And
We
it
said to
still
wear a
remains
helmet.
true, Juliet. It still remains true. Then I land there and I can't be all graceful because I'm gonna take the helmet off, have helmet hair and look ridiculous and like, ugh, who's this flying guy with bugs on his chest from
You think
flying?
that's what
He
people
ain't
are going to be
going.
thinking about? Man, look at
Yep.
this. Look at this only human that can fly. Look at his helmet here. That's what
Can
we
you
care about.
imagine you see Superman touch down and you're like, he has a fly
Yeah.
on his chest. That's nasty.
You know what I think when I watch those movies,
I don't
Juliet?
want him to
Why does
save
his
me
hair
anymore.
stay so steel?
Because he's a man of steel. His hair is stronger than ours too.
And then I think people choose the super strength, which makes sense. It's practical. But why would I need it? Why?
Yeah, I mean, I think
I,
super strength is overrated.
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's
open
too
up a jar of
basic.
pickles and break it. Yeah, it's basic.
So
Teleportation is kind of cool, I guess. I mean, if
it's not kind of cool. It's literally the best option.
Okay, so
um,
my power I would pick, since I can't take teleportation, is I would have the ability to like make food appear without cooking. So it either cooks itself or it can just like apparate. But I now
what's that
have
taste
like
like?
it's delicious. I now have whatever I feel like eating every day for every meal.
Do you think
Juliet,
that might make you appreciate the food less?
Probably. But it's still great. So
Yeah.
and I can still eat other stuff, but now I'm no longer going to the grocery store trying to like plan meals and cooking every day.
Yeah.
So you're thinking about what you want to eat, and it just materializes in front of you. So you're thinking of the ingredients that go in there, and then they manifest
Yeah,
a
I'm
full
just like,
cooked
wow,
meal.
I wish I had a QT hot dog right now, and it just appears. That's my
Okay.
power.
The government's like, how did she get that here? We don't have one of those. They just like drone strike her house. For a hot dog.
I'm just thinking if I have to think of the ingredients that go into those things, I wouldn't know.
No, you're
I'd be like,
overthinking
huh,
it.
Okay,
I
wait.
want some chicken
I'll make it.
nuggets.
I'll put a little bit more of like a boundary on it. I have one magic plate that has this ability. I feel like that's more reasonable. Although I don't know if that's magic power anymore. I just
I'm not
have a
gonna
magic
lie.
item now.
It's
I
more of a
think I'm
magic
too
item.
dumb to manifest food, Juliet. Because if I tried to manifest food and I said I want some chicken nuggets, I'd end up with a goddamn whole ass flocking around chicken and a golden nugget. That's what I ended up with.
See, I
A
think you're
chicken and a nugget.
overcomplicating it because unless this power is kind of like one of those asshole genies that grants you like the opposite of what you wish for, if I said I wanted chicken nuggets right now, my conscience would know that I meant Wendy's spicy chicken nuggets. So that's what would come in front of me. If I said I wanted wings, if I'm thinking of Wingstop, it's going to pull up Wingstop. Or if I'm thinking of
Yeah, it's
TJ's, it's
whatever
going
you
to pull up
picture in
TJ's.
your mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we don't have to overcomplicate it by trying to think of the exact amount of sodium that's in a seasoned fry. Like it's not that. It knows what you want and it puts that in front of you.
Mm,
God, Jonathan, you just can't answer a
Okay,
question normally.
so what's a good con for that power though?
fat.
Technically,
Just like
I
you're
mean,
fat forever.
I think the con would be your metabolism slows by 3 times.
Yeah. You're gonna be looking like Jabba the Hutt.
Okay, but I think like actually a pro to that is that you can, if
Blow
you want
away.
to eat healthy, right? And like for example, you're trying to like follow a strict like calorie deficit that like matches your gym routine or whatever.
So
Like
almost
you can
eating
make
whatever you want and make it a salad.
yeah, but you can think, wow, I need a salad with grilled chicken and like this dressing that's under 800 calories or whatever. And like it'll
It'll
you can have that.
materialize.
Or like you're like I really want a green smoothie for breakfast and like you can have that. Like you don't have to pick unhealthy choices.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people end up not eating healthy because they go for less
The quick
healthy but more
choice.
convenient. options, right? Like fast food or whatever. This actually allows you to always have like healthy food as long as you actually want it.
That's true.
I think a con could be that no matter how much you eat, you're never quite satisfied.
Satisfied
I
in the
thought you were
taste or
saying.
like full? Like you're never like
Like full. Like
full.
you're
Okay.
never quite full, but also you can still gain weight. So it's really dangerous
Ooh,
because
Gonna
you're
get
going to be
that
lightly
diabetes.
hungry all the time.
that's a good one. Because you're more likely to eat more because you're never like
Mhm.
full, which is dangerous for your body because your body's not used to eating all the time,
Yeah.
or you know,
And you
twice
can
as
eat
much.
anything at any time. You have
Yeah,
that ability now. So you have to really be disciplined.
that's scary. Because I think that kind of messes with your mind. If you never get that feeling of feeling full and satisfied again from food specifically, that's rough. But
Yeah,
okay,
I don't know if you'd get used to it or if it would just be terrible always.
I think you would
I
stop
don't know.
enjoying eating as much because now there's no real finish line. Like you're always just 70% full. You're 70% satisfied.
I mean, I disagree though, because I think like the most enjoyable bites of every meal are always the first couple when you're really hungry,
True.
right? Like when you're really hungry and you take a first bite of a burger and you're starving, like that's so much better than the last three bites where you're like, oh, I'm so full, but I gotta finish.
Yeah,
Right?
and the
Like those
bites are
aren't
usually
really.
hotter.
Hmm.
Okay, cool. Well, it is almost 10, so I was going to ask one more question, and that'll be the end of it. So this is a question that I got online. I thought it was pretty funny. If your pet turned into a human being, how long would you wait until you charge them rent?
No. If Frosty turned into a human, he's an idiot. He could never pay rent. It's
Yeah,
just a disaster.
think
I
Benny
mean,
would get his ass fired.
He would burn the building down so quickly.
Yeah, Benny would fall asleep at work. He wouldn't show up. I
right,
might as
but
well just
like,
keep paying it.
but now they're a human. They have the, I guess, intellectual maturity to become smarter and become more responsible. So like, would you help them become better and then make them pay rent? That's their reward for being smarter.
Yeah, I would try and help him. Although Frosty's already like over 5 years old, so he's like getting up there in bunny years. He'd show up as like a 60-year-old man.
I mean, you gotta pay rent. I mean, you gotta go back into the workforce.
Frosty would be like, I'm here for my pension.
I got, I guess technically my only pet would be Angel. So we got Angel in 2017. So what would that be in
I
dog
was
years?
almost 10 years old.
10 years old? Okay.
963 to 63.
Okay. So Angel will be a 63-year-old woman who I now have to
A
That's
teach.
not,
60-year-old lady.
bro. She's gonna have to file for Medicaid.
Imagine being a dog 1 second, and another second you're having to file for Medicaid
Bro, you went from
or
bad to
apply.
worse.
Not only that, but I mean, at least Frosty is, and I assume Tiny Dog, and I'm guessing Jonathan's dog as well. Like, they're so spoiled.
Yeah,
I don't think they would be pleasant to try to like make them be functioning humans and go to work.
it would be difficult, but I guess the actual question is how long would it take? So let's say in this particular situation, they still have all their dog memories, but now they have the mannerisms and maturity of whatever age they're at. So you don't have to deal with like a grown ass old man licking your face because that's weird. They're not gonna do that. They're human now. They don't do that. Like, how long would it take for you to be like, okay, you've been acclimated, you need to get a job?
Man, I got some punk ass teenager. He's not even old enough to get a job. I still got
Well, he will be.
Honestly,
no,
I
no.
feel like 6 months to a year.
What's
Uh-huh.
2 times 7? 14. He's got 2 more years before he can get a job.
I mean, now you got a nice roommate.
Yeah, teenager.
I was gonna say like 2 to 3 years, just because they still have to get acclimated to society. So I feel like even with the
Yeah.
maturity of a human, it would be kind of hard for them. Like, okay, oh right, you have to get a driver's license. Like that's a lot to put on a once dog
Yeah,
human.
that's true.
All right.
So,
I can't hike my leg and pee in the office.
well, they know that now. Like
Well, they
you
don't.
don't,
Yeah, they're human now.
they're human
Oh,
now.
They
yeah.
they
So
know they're human.
yeah,
Imagine how awful that'd be Frosty hopping around as a human and just shit the floor.
that would be Juliet's last thing. She'd be like, okay, yeah, you got to get a job. We're not doing this.
Get a job. How old did you say Frosty was? 5,
60
6?
something.
Yeah, he's
Man,
he's
Frosty.
5 in bunny years, so he'd probably be like 60 in human years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's going to the nursing home.
At 60?
Yeah, wait, if he's hopping around,
Damn.
caca
I mean,
himself.
he's still doing Sumi. He's fine.
You don't put people in nursing homes at 60. Our parents are like in their upper 60s.
Sorry, Mom.
Damn. But all right. I really appreciate you guys coming. I thought these were pretty good questions. Abdul will be very happy to hear your answers, especially Jonathan's. Y'all piss me off.
Yeah, those were fun.
Yeah. So, yeah, thanks everyone for showing up. That's episode 9 of this podcast. So, yeah, we're almost at 10.
Yay.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I will see y'all next time. Y'all take care.
Cool. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Bye.